Per Section 3, Subsection 4 of the bylaws, these petunias violate the aesthetic guidelines of the community.
You can't be serious. This is completely unreasonable.
A hard knock hit my door before sunrise. Cold air came through the crack. I smelled wet asphalt and my coffee going bitter on the counter. My motion lights popped on and lit up a shadow in a neon vest. By the time I opened the door, my porch was buried. Plastic bands, binder clips, a whole stack leaning like a bad cake. I looked at my phone, 4:27 a.m. A golf cart with flashing amber lights rolled off. It hummed away like nothing happened. The letters on top were red. Immediate action required. It felt like a dare. Here's the truth. HOA posted 63 pages on my mansion porch at dawn. Then I filed the easement. That was the fight. They said my stone lions were 6 inches too tall. My paint was not approved sand. My mailbox font was non-compliant. They added daily fines starting May 3rd, 2024. They circled a strip by my driveway in red like it belonged to them. Replace it in 7 days, it said, or we escalate. They even flagged the scent diffuser on my porch. Fragrance not approved. I laughed in the cold and it felt like steam. I tried to talk like a normal person. I walked to the clubhouse at 9:00 a.m., papers in hand. The board sat behind a folding table and looked over my head like I was fog. Karen, the president with the tight bun and the tighter smile, spoke slow like I was new. Rules are rules. She slid a plastic jar toward me. Donations for compliance education. I said, let's be reasonable. She pretended to read her phone. A neighbor tugged my sleeve and whispered, keep your head down. They go after people. 2 more neighbors turned their backs. Later, I rang the manager. Straight to voicemail. Then the guard at the gate logged me as a concerned resident. Not a person. A problem. That was my line in the sand. No yelling. No petty stunts. Only proper channels. I made coffee that didn't taste like anger and started work. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. I pulled the plat map, the deed, and the county GIS. I marked dates and times like road flares. Timeline item 1, April 5 at 4:27 a.m. false trespass call. 2 more calls on April 12th and April 20th. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. I noticed something everyone missed. The strip they circled in red. The HOA common path kinked there. The survey pin tucked by my boxwood said the quiet part. That kink wasn't theirs. It was mine. I drove to the county recorder with a folder that could stop a door. I paid $45 in fees. The clerk stamped in blue. I drafted an access and maintenance easement on that little strip, granting myself non-exclusive rights to place signage and to access utilities and repairs, with HOA consent not to be unreasonably withheld. Also, the HOA had to keep clear anything I posted there. I served certified letters to the board and their attorney at 10:15 a.m. I copied the city code officer. Then I scheduled a site survey. On reveal day, I set a simple metal post inside the boundary and slid on a neat sign, reserved for owner access. Under it, a QR code to the recorded easement and the parcel map. Karen rolled up in the golf cart and said, remove it now. I said, it's on my easement. She called tow. The driver scanned the code, looked at the line on the ground and backed away. People came out. Phones up, someone said live stream time. The comment counter jumped. A kid read the sign like it was a treasure map. The city code officer arrived and scanned the same QR code. The file landed with 63 pages. He raised his eyebrows at the screen, then at Karen. She tried to crowd him with a binder labeled violations. He flipped to the page where they claimed my lions blocked the common walkway. He pointed to the survey pin. He asked her when the board got approval to claim owner property as common area. She said, we assumed. He said assumption is not a deed. The chat on the live stream was brutal. One comment said, this is why we read the map. Another said somebody's losing her bun today. Then the real flip. A patrol car idled at the curb, blue glow soft in the daylight. The officer stepped out slow, calm. He scanned the QR code too. He read my timeline. He asked about those early morning calls. I showed him the log from the gate and my camera clips. He nodded at the code officer. The officer told Karen that enforcement must be based on clear authority. He wrote a notice. He said the fines were improper and ordered them paused. He flagged the board for a hearing with the city liaison. He also noted that posting at 4:27 a.m. to harass a resident was not a normal practice. The plain law line helped. Patterns of false reports can be prosecuted. It got real quiet. Then the golf cart beeped like it felt awkward too. The board tried one more move. They sent a letter demanding I pay $1,200 in administrative time. I sent back receipts like rain, photos, emails, meeting minutes, a copy of the recorded easement with the book and page stamped. I CC'd the HOA insurance carrier and the state charity regulator because they take dues and promise services. A week later, the carrier asked for a statement from Karen. The council liaison issued a caution notice to the HOA. At the next meeting, 4 neighbors stood up with their own small stories. A fence, a garden gnome, a paint chip. I watched them grow taller as they spoke. The vote to remove Karen as president passed by 29-4. Phones filmed the count. Laughter sounded like air returning to a room. Peace came back in small clicks. The lions stayed. The sign stayed. The fines were wiped from my account. The HOA cut me a check for $95 for my filing fee and a written apology that almost said, sorry. Patrol lights don't wake me at dawn now. The path kink is marked right on the map, forever. I planted a young magnolia by the post, and the neighborhood kids named it Mo. The board opened office hours with real coffee and real smiles. I mow the strip myself and wave to the guard. We talk about baseball. I still keep my binder updated, just in case, but it lives on a low shelf. Please follow for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think she got what she deserves? Comment below.